When you do it enough, people are going to start to respect you. They may not like you as much anymore, and they may not love you as much, but they're definitely going to respect you more and maybe even fear you. That's that's a horrible thing to say in these days, but it's the truth. Hey guys, Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com. Today I want to talk about why you should not take shit from fucking nobody. A lot of people in this world, they let others get away with small disrespects and big disrespects and gigantic disrespects that can ruin your life, but they bend over and they take it willingly. And unfortunately, this is not very attractive to women, so it's gonna hurt your progress and your love life. And it's also going to make you feel like a little bitch, because when people treat you like a little bitch, little by little by little, you get shit like the Joker, and people fucking lose their mind and go crazy because they allow others to slowly and slowly and slowly dominate them, and their sense of self is so small that that little bit of masculinity left in their balls is gonna fucking explode, and people go crazy, and that's when people have mental breakdowns and they get anxiety, they get depression, and it really sucks. So I don't want you to keep taking shit. I want you to learn not to take shit from people. And it can be in even the smallest of things. Now, this doesn't make me a badass, okay? But I am in a habit of canceling Uber rides when the Uber is a fucking asshole based on first impressions. So walking, I'm with a girl, order the Uber, walk up, I'm like, hey, babe, come on. Go to the Uber, open the door, and he just starts talking in Romanian. But I understand he's basically saying, I was here, and then I was here, and you didn't come. Basically just bitching. Okay, close the door, walk away, beep, beep, bye-bye. No explanation, don't want to talk to him. I've canceled Uber rides in the middle of them. I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. No, I don't like your attitude. I'm gonna leave. And there's also been times when I've had Uber drivers be rude to me, especially when I have girls around, they wanna act cool. And I didn't go full petty, and I should have been petty. You should be petty. You should be analyzing the smallest ways that people try to put themselves over you, both with status and physical dominance. And I want you to react to it. Now, for a while, you're going to overreact, and there's gonna be times when you take something way too seriously. But I am gonna assure you also, there are many times when you think something's, oh, it's not a big deal, it's not a big deal. Like I see, you know, celebrities interacting on a video, for instance, and I see one insult another and everyone laughs, ha ha ha. But then I see the other guy die inside from the insult, because even though it's a joke and everyone's laughing, you're still putting him down on the status pole. And this makes people feel bad. And like I said, enough of it and you fucking snap and you go crazy and you're not happy with your life. And so I don't want you to take shit from people. So that means being petty is going to be your modus operandi. I want you to start being mad at someone being short with you or someone not being on time. That's a nice one because I'm always fucking late. I realize I have faults, okay? But when people do it to me, I will make a stink of it. And I will let the person know that even if they didn't intend to be rude by being late or making this comment towards me or having this attitude around me, I'm still gonna call it out. And some guys think that with girls, you have to, you know, be unreactive and never show how you're really feeling because you'll be over emotional and she'll think you're a bitch. This is wrong. This is too much of a generality. When you have the nuance of a seduction going on that happens with every single girl, there's gonna be times when it was actually imperative for you to show your emotions and get a little bit testy over a comment she made. Be like, oh, what do you mean by that? And go into an argument because when you show that you have boundaries, which is basically what you're doing, when you do it enough, people are gonna start to respect you. They may not like you as much anymore, and they may not love you as much, but they're definitely going to respect you more and maybe even fear you. And I would say that for the most part, this is better than being loved, because most people are just not gonna be able to love you in that way, because the amount of people you truly click with is like, the amount of people that you truly click with is very, very small. I'm gonna promise you this. Your friend group is not as big as you think. I could point out maybe 2 or 3 good people in your life. I'm not kidding, it's super rare. So you need to show that you have boundaries by sometimes being petty, if it's an Uber driver, a barista, a friend, and it's a small thing, make a stink of it and see how your life changes when you start telling people it's not okay to disrespect me in even the smallest way, and even if you don't fucking intend it. Okay. Now, that being said, I want you to have control with your pettiness and your anger at people's disrespect. Now, the severity of how they disrespect you or annoy you, it can even be annoyance. It doesn't even have to be disrespect. If you find someone annoying, fucking tell them, don't be afraid. If you think someone's fucking breath stinks and they're talking to you, say, hey man, can you fucking take a breath minute? You know, chug some mouthwash. I did that with a girl once. She got pretty pissed. I was just like, here, take the mouthwash. When I make out with you, I'm fucking you. I don't want to smell your fucking breath. And so that was me being petty, but I established my fucking dominance. No, I established my boundaries. Like, look, you know, like, be a girl, be pretty and smell like flowers and shit. And by showing that, you show boundaries and you show self-confidence and self-esteem. Because only people with self-esteem can be petty. Now, sometimes pettiness goes too far, but it's actually a great sense of, maybe not self-esteem, but self-regard. That's the same fucking thing. I don't know what the fuck that distinction was. A lot of times it shows that you at least believe that you should be treated better, even if maybe you shouldn't because you're not that cool of a person. That's kind of shitty too. Everyone deserves respect, but some people definitely deserve to be treated better than others. That's that's a horrible thing to say in these days, but it's the truth. Okay, so control. When you are being petty and you are, I just love that word, petty. When you're being petty, you need to control your emotions because you are making a stink of something small. And the people who are really trying to fuck you over are going to play the game of, oh, I'm just joking. They're gonna hide behind that. They're gonna be like, oh, I didn't mean that, but they're really going to. And then the people who genuinely didn't mean to hurt your feelings, they're gonna be genuinely surprised and be like, oh, fuck, you know, I didn't mean to do that. Or maybe they did, they're just unaware of themselves, right? So when you call them out, you need to make sure that you're in control of your emotions, because on one hand, you should start popping off more than you do in your life, because you need to tell people how you feel and what you want from them. At the same time, when you start to be more emotional in your life, especially in seductions and social interactions, you're going to overreact, and that's gonna land you feeling embarrassed if they can outmaneuver you and make you feel like you're the one who is being too sensitive and you're overreacting and I didn't mean it. When you have that game going on, if you're not in control of your emotions, you're gonna overplay your cards. And even if you win, even if you do get them to apologize or be like, okay, hey, you know, chill. Even if you dominate them, but you do it in an inelegant way, you still get the victory. So I would say it's still better than losing, but you're gonna build up resentment and you're gonna build up remorse because people are gonna feel bad about submitting to you. But at the same time, you still gotta put them in their place because they were trying to dominate you. They're just hiding it now. That's what most people do. They're very afraid of directly confronting people, so everyone takes the more woman approach and killing you through social stuff. But I would say even though politics is a feminine art, it still is a very useful tool, because as much as I get mad at the people who do use these methods to kind of like try and dominate me, I do have to give it some respect, because traditionally I've always been more of a animal kind of response kind of guy. Even though as intellectual, I still responded with a lot of emotion, not like cold, calculating thinking. There is something beautiful and elegant about dealing with situations in a politically intelligent way. And so you get mad, for instance, the Uber driver. I had an Uber driver where I didn't like his attitude, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna cancel the ride. You know, I don't want to ride. He's like, oh, okay. And he was being kind of rude earlier. He kind of had an attitude, and so I was like, fuck this shit. So I get the girl's luggage out of the car, and then I order another Uber, but somehow he auto accepts it. I'm not really sure what happened. I don't think you can auto accept it, but I see that it's still him. So I'm like, hey man, can you cancel it? And he says, well, no, it's gonna charge me a fee. You have to cancel it. And I said, no, I already canceled it. once, but somehow it got again. He's like, well, it's not my bad. I'm like, look, dude, I already paid the fee. Can you please pay the fee? And we just went back and forth. And there was a moment where I was like, you know what? I should let it go. But especially with a girl watching, and it's always fucking about girls, right? That's why men fight. Still also for my self-esteem though, I was like, no, this guy's being a dick. He had an attitude from the start, and it would be fair of him to cancel now because how did he auto-accept it? That was my mentality. And at the end, I was just like, look, man, I already paid. I'd really appreciate it if you paid the thing now. It's only 10 lei, you know, we can be even. I just explained it in a very cool, calm, collected way. I almost said cool. A cool, calm, collected way. And there was a moment where he was about to refuse, but I'd already fought him so much, he was like, okay, fine. And you get it. Now I saved fucking $2 or $2.50, but I felt great. And I could kind of tell that the girl was like, okay, like he knows how to be political. So I was being petty and I was arguing over something small, but I have boundaries in my life because I have high self-esteem. And I wanted to enforce those boundaries, and especially if a girl is around, because it is silly that we put on this show for girls, but it's how it works, and they're gonna judge you based on your show. And so I responded to a guy who was being rude. I was petty. I canceled our interaction and our transaction, but then I had to talk to him again because actually I was kind of, he kind of had control as to whether or not to fuck me over or not. Small, but he can still fuck me over. And I convinced him to do the right thing, which I think it was the morally virtuous thing to do, but also I balanced the power. And I did it in a way that showed empathy. I wasn't getting too angry. I wasn't popping off. There was times when I thought, I just want to be like, fuck you, Sujpula, you're a piece of shit. But there's no reason. It wasn't that big of a deal. He's being rude, but not being an asshole. So I was calm. I handled it how it needed to be handled. There was context. I was political because I was in control. I chose the right words. I chose to mirror his demeanor and his level of energy so that I don't outpace him, but also I'm not too slow. And that combined with my fucking pettiness, I got a few bucks, but I also looked good in front of a girl, which is very important. And also I felt better about myself. I felt like, okay, you know what? I stood up for myself. I got a testosterone boost because even the smallest wins, you get a testosterone boost. And even the smallest losses, like the day starts and you play a match of CSGO and you lose, it's kind of shitty. But if you win, you're like, all right, I'm going into my day with a fucking victory. And you feel good because no matter what it is, if you win, you feel good. If you lose, you feel bad. That's how it always goes. So you should try to win as much in your life as you can, even if it means being petty, because people are fucking with you and they're trying to control you, and don't let them fucking do that. Don't take shit from anybody. All right. Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlchase.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Follow me on Instagram, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and go fuck yourself because you're annoying me.